Oof. 30 press-ups done. I'm happy with that. Remember, like, what, 2 weeks ago, and I couldn't even struggle with 10. Just done 30. I stopped. Obviously, I got to near the end, stopped, then start again straight away with the last 4. But, still did 30. Definitely fitness is improving. Oh well, day 8 of my fitness journey. And day 3 of me, my Conqueror challenge, walking to the moon. Right, films here, well, movie set up. Have a look at this. So this is Generation 9 Persia. Treadmill's all ready to go. Yeah, so, excuse me. Diet's going well. Been eating healthy. Had some quail eggs earlier on, some boiled quail eggs. I didn't really like them that much. It was okay, but, not much flavour. Maybe put a bit of salt on the next time or something for a bit of extra flavour. But still, been eating nice and healthy. I think we're getting a bit of a cold, actually. Oh no, don't get sick again. Can't stop this now. But anyway, yeah, so 80% completed on, my walking to the moon. 80% completed. I'm almost there. Looking forward to when I get completed, when I get finished, and they give me the medal and stuff, and then I'll move on to the next challenge then. Get another one, do another one, even further this time, even longer. But 30 press-ups done, not too bad. And now I've got, let's have a little look what this is on here. So this is 1 hour 18 minutes. 1 hour 18 minutes to walk. So headphones. I reckon I should get this completed hopefully tonight if I walk long enough. Could complete my challenge, my Conqueror challenge. Wouldn't that be good? Make sure this Bluetooth's on, because I switched the laptop off the other day, so I turned my Bluetooth off. Yeah, I did have it switched off. There you go, it's on now. Check my new t-shirt, but I'm not new t-shirts, little muscle vest t-shirt. Autism awareness, that's for my little boy. Autism tattoo. Anyway, I'll talk about that later on when I want to start talking when I'm walking. So for now, let's start. Three, 2, 1, let's go. "46 minutes in, getting a bit warm now, but you know what, I feel a lot fitter already than what I previously felt like. I mean, I don't feel as tired, I don't feel as warm, like what we should do with this t-shirt, Speaking of this t-shirt, see my little badge? Autism awareness. That's for my son. Now, I have made other videos where I talked about his medical stuff that he has, but I haven't actually talked about him. And I think, well, I'm doing this, yeah, I'll talk about him, you know? So, my little boy is 13, and he's mentally about 3 years of age because of a condition he's got called homocystinuria, or HCU. He also has sort of thing called neurofibromatosis, or NF1. Then he's myopic, he's got lower limb spasticity, he's got like weak brittle bones, autism. So, but he's really tall. I mean, I'm 5'8" and he's this age only 13, and he's literally just shy of me, just slightly smaller than me. You know, when he stands up. He spends a lot of time in a wheelchair because he's hypermobile and he walks on his tiptoes and he's very unbalanced. And the fact that he's got weak brittle bones means if he falls, he can break something. So he doesn't really walk very far because his legs get sore. So we put him in a wheelchair. When he was younger, when he was first born, he used to cry a lot. No, not like a whinger, but he did cry. Well, we always told, me and my wife thought that he cried potentially more than other children did, so the babies. And as he got older, he got to 2 into 3. He wasn't reaching his milestones, you know. He wasn't really talking. Well, he wasn't talking. I mean, he spent like about a year just saying Timmy. That was it, the only word saying. And he went from that to Mickey. He was 3 years of age, and all he could say was Timmy and Mickey. That was Timmy time, cartoon Timmy time with little sheep, you know. And obviously Mickey was Mickey Mouse, that's all he could say. There's cartoons he watched, but that's all he could say. He had a lot of tests done, brain scans, all this type of stuff. And yeah, it said, oh yeah, so first said global developmental delay. Hopefully it'll catch up. And then they said, and then autistic traits. Well, the way I think each stage in the eyes, you look at your eyes, and that's not really a trait of someone with autism. But autism is a spectrum, isn't it? So there's different levels of autism, so it could be different ones. But anyway, that's how they left it. And he still wasn't reaching his milestones. And we kept pushing him, and we'd ask him, look, there's something else, there's got to be something else. Went to a specialist in the nursery and all this stuff. Then fast forward, he was 7. And we're still going to the hospitals and all that. Then they decided a metabolic specialist to just investigate, have a look. And he said, can we check him for homocystinuria because he's shown traits of this. So they checked him, and because you have like these cafe-au-lait spots, they're called, they're basically like patches, like birthmarks, but they're quite sporadic over the body and stuff like that. And then like his pure platinum blonde hair. So he was skinny, pure platinum blonde hair, and these little patches on him. Not dark, light patches, like light brown, but quite a few of them. So they checked him for this homocystinuria, and I come back and said, yeah, he's tested positive, and his levels that he had in the system at the time was extremely dangerous. Like, the thing with homocystinuria is you're very susceptible for high risk of a blood clot or a stroke. And then we checked for his brain scan back from when he was 3, and it showed sign of a previous eczema or, basically a blood clot or stroke in his brain. That's what it showed when he was younger. So it's like, okay, he's got homocystinuria, and what that is when your protein breaks down to amino acids, certain amino acids in the body of people with homocystinuria or HCU don't get absorbed, and you build up and build up and build up. It's like blowing a balloon. Eventually, pop, can happen, So from that instance, we had to go on a protein-restricted diet for him, get him on all these medications like folic acids. I was confusing. Yeah, folic acids and other things, and then I'd say on the prescription was his foods. Everything that he eats is on prescription now. Besides certain things like crisps and all that. But then he was allowed he was allowed 15 grams of protein a day, and you think 15 grams of protein, that's not that much really. I mean, you drink a pint of milk, and that's probably about that, you know. So he's really skinny because that's a trait of HCU, and he can't get any bigger because he can't have real protein. He does have protein supplements though, and like these little squirty drinks you get, and they have like protein, but with the amino acids that his body can't absorb, they have them taken out. So, and then every month he has to go into hospital, he has to have blood tests done, so you inject a needle that takes so much blood out and send it away, check his levels, send it back to us, tell us what it is, and then they can adjust as he gets older how much protein his body's allowed to have, because the older he gets, he's going to have more protein. You know, so at first he was on one of these little drinks a day, then he was on 2, and now he's on 3. You know, so he's rapidly getting more and more and more. Eventually he'll be on even bigger ones, you know. But yeah, so, and then once we'd identified that, we started seeing these little lumps on him, and we're like, you know, something alright here with the lumps. So we took him back to hospital again, and we're like, look, can we check this? And they said, oh, we noticed that when he was first in, when he first got diagnosed with homocystinuria. Like, okay, so what is it then? They said, well, we suspected it was something called neurofibromatosis, or NF1. Right, okay. Well, we didn't think he'd have it. What do you mean you didn't think he'd have it? Well, people with HCU, that's a metabolic condition, they tend not to have NF1, which is also a metabolic condition, which means like one or the other, you know. And it's extremely rare to have one. It's even more rare to have both. You know, I mean, I went on Google and I tried to look for people with both conditions, and there's only one documented case of that, and that's a set of boys in another country, in like a third world country, you know. These children, obviously, because the country they're from, they didn't have the medical advantages of our country, so they'd have like issues with their eyes and stuff. That's one of the conditions you see with homocystinuria, is your lenses and your eyes will slip and stuff like that. And obviously that can damage your eyes swell and all this stuff, you know. You have to get them stitched back in, or get false lenses in, or very thick glasses. So he was a very, very rare child. And, you know, but at first it got me and my wife down, you know. We thought, okay, this is really negative, this is really bad, and it made us sad. But then we started looking at the positives. The positive is, he's always happy. He's always been our boy, and this condition means, okay, it's a lot that fact that we have to micromanage everything he eats and everything he drinks and all that, you know, every single day. But you see how funny he is, and you see how happy he is, you know, going around, and he gets excited quite easily, starts stimming and all this. Like, he'll see, you know, people he doesn't know, new people, and he's obsessed with like Homer Simpson, with the Simpsons. And he'll say, "Do, say do, say do, say do," and he'll keep going on to these people, but he's happy saying it. He's not like being fussy saying it, he's happy saying it. Say do, say do. So they'll say do back to him, and he gets all excited, he starts stimming and making E noises, and all gets so happy. And that makes me inside so happy. And so I wear this with pride. And as I say, my autism tattoo there, that's autism, and my thing there. So yeah, so that's the autism one with the heart, and there's a little missing piece just in the corner of that. And you come around to my corner of my arm, and there's a jigsaw piece there, which is the missing piece, and it says, "I am his voice, he is my heart," because he's missing a piece of my heart. And you know, he sort of boosts my mood. Didn't at the start, obviously I was a bit down, a bit sad, so was my wife, but now when we're used to this is our lives now, it's been our lives for several years now, and it boosts our moods when we see him. I mean, you could have a bad day in work and you can come home, you sit down, and he'll come in and he'll say just a randomest thing, and he'll say it in a happy, excited, giddy way because he loves it. and that boosts your mood, that just sends you like, whoa, yeah, this is brilliant, I'm enjoying this, you know, and it just switches you off from being sad to happy straight away. So I made a surprise for him. My tattoos, now although people tend not to see that I have these tattoos because I always have my like sleeves down, right? That's what I do. But yeah, just a little story there about my badges and my tattoos. My extremely rare, special little child, Matthew. Well, that was a nice little chat for 10 minutes. What am I on to now? Yeah, 57, almost 58 minutes. Oof, nearly an hour gone. Not that long to go. I'm enjoying this. Let's keep going. One step closer to the moon. 45 years old and getting back to it. Oof. My fitness journey continues. Every day positive, every day happiness. Every day one step closer to what I want, one step closer to my goal. I hope whatever you're doing, you're getting one step closer to your goals. One step closer to whatever makes you happy. That was fun. Oh, a bit of shine right there. Yeah. Well, it was fun. So that's what, day 7? Day 7, yeah? No, day 8, because day 7 was my walk through Glasgow, so that was day 8. Day 8 of my fitness journey completed. One step closer to the moon. It was day 4 of my Conqueror challenge. I don't know how far I've got. Let's have a little look, eh? Let's see how close to the moon I've got now. Let's have a look at this. Then, just click on that. Oh, there we go. What's that? How far up I am? Not that far to go, really. I've unlocked another tree. So, yeah, 82%. Brilliant. Activity here. Yeah, that's pretty good, that. See, there's all my things there. So, 80% done. And look at that, I planted the tree. So that's 2 trees I've planted then because I've completed 80%. That's really good. I'm happy with that. How good's that then, eh? 82% on my way to the moon. Planted 2 trees. I'll definitely get that last, obviously, little bit of walking. I'll get that done the next couple of days. I was hoping to do it today, but, you know, I was only going to watch it until I finished that film. That's what I would do most nights. But I'll definitely, by the end of the week, I'll have completed my Conqueror challenge, my one step closer to the moon. I'll get my medal and I'll show you what it looks like inside because, you know, from the videos I've seen on the Conqueror website, they do look really good. I'm looking forward to getting it. And then I'll look for another challenge and I'll go even further, even longer. You know, there's ones like Walk the Channel and stuff like that. Walk the Channel is about the same distance as Walk the Moon, but I might do that. Or there's other ones like Lord of the Ring ones and all that. So I'm excited to do them. But yeah, so anyway, back to this. So yeah, my day 8 of my fitness journey. And, you know, I started off, I've done 30 press-ups, which, you know, I'm quite happy with. I didn't complete the full 30 in one go, but, you know, I've done 26 and then done the last 4. That's a hell of an improvement from like last week, as I say, when I struggled to do 10. Just done another hour and 23 minutes on the treadmill. one step closer to the moon. So I'm actually really, really happy about that. I'm feeling fitter. I'm feeling, like less out of breath by doing like tasks that I normally would be out of breath, like walking down the flight of stairs that I go to when I'm going to and from work. I'm walking a lot more than I have done. My diet is staying consistent. No snack foods. No sweets. No like big fizzy drinks or anything like that. So I'm happy with that. So this was day complete of my fitness journey, and another step closer to the Conqueror challenge of my walking to the moon. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you tomorrow for day 8. Have a good one.